guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not posted for forever, basically. I have been away, I've just been posting all my old like vlogs and stuff. And it's just been because of isolation and like social distancing and everything else that we've had to deal with in the past basically 4 months. This has been one of the toughest times of my life, and I know it's going to be the same for everyone. It's actually just been such like a massive change, and I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on with me and the channel and just generally everything that I'm doing, just so that you guys can see like, you know, what's to come. So when the coronavirus pandemic started, I was actually in Poland at the time, and you'll have seen my vlogs of me manically rushing from Krakow to Berlin to just try and get a flight with my boyfriend Sam. It was really stressful and really crazy. I went into the office on the Monday that I got back, and then we were working from home as of the Tuesday. It was that quick a turnaround. Really, I had to get on that flight on the Friday because no like flights were cancelled, and if we hadn't have gone we wouldn't have got any money back, whereas now we have a bit of like negotiating room. We're trying to get some money back on our insurance. That was already like a stressful thing to start the isolation period. I also then was living by myself in my London apartment. As you can see, I'm now back in a new surrounding. I'm back at home in my house with my mum and my sister, and I felt like I needed to come back home just because I don't think I really couldn't have been sane just living by myself for like over 12 weeks. I just would have lost the plot, and my apartment was quite small, so, and there's not like a massive amount to do there, so I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna come back. So like before isolation and everything started, I was on my placement year, so I was working at Anthropology in their PR and events team. I was the intern, and I was having like a really good time. I was living my best life in London. It was really great, and I feel like like corona just like ruined everything. So basically I've ended up losing my job, so I don't currently have a placement or a job at the moment, so I have no income, which is fun. Obviously I know that this is so much worse for some people who obviously their jobs are their livelihoods, and a lot of people are furloughed and everything, but I mean I am lucky of the fact that I was on placement and that I could just like move out of my flat basically straight away, and I could just come back home, and it's not going to play too much into everything. I still like, obviously I really hate the fact that I can just see my money just going like down and down every single day, and I'm really trying to avoid like excessive spending on anything. Being home, I don't obviously have to pay bills or rent, so I am really lucky in that respect. However, obviously it sucks. Like I was supposed to be doing this placement up until midway through July, and I was really having a good time. Like the team was working really well together. We had adapted and we were changing. So I worked for about a month and a half from the beginning of isolation, and then unfortunately, you know, I got given news about 2 weeks into isolation that they were going to let me go because they completely closed the internship program for anthropology. So obviously I feel really sad about it, and I wish I could have been furloughed just because then I would have had some like financial security. So instead, obviously I just sort of, you know, I did my job and I ended at the end of April, and basically I haven't really known what to do with myself since then, which is why you guys haven't really heard from me, because I've kind of been going through a lot myself and dealing with a lot of like personal stuff. Moving back with your family is really hard. Having spent 3 years living by myself, I've obviously adapted. I've, you know, changed and become this person that can, you know, is very independent, very confident to live by themselves. So to then go from that to then having to like abide by other people's rules is actually really hard, and I know a lot of you guys who are students will also be feeling that as well. It probably also doesn't help because my sister and my mum moved into a different house when I went to university, so I've got you know, I'm very lucky in the fact that I do actually still have a room in this house. However, it's really like meant for almost like 2 people in this house. You know, my mum and my sister worked very well together and they have a dynamic and everything, but adding me into the mix has just like made everything a bit more crazy. It feels like we're all a bit on top of each other, and it did result in, you know, quite a few arguments, you know, and basically me having just basically a mental breakdown just about everything. I just couldn't handle it anymore, and it would just got too much. And I feel like I had a really bad week where everyone, you know, everything just got to me. People were making like, you know, a little comment here, or just saying something there, or, you know, like it's stuff that they probably didn't even like mean to upset me with, and I just like took it completely personally, and I was just so overwhelmed, so upset, and I just had to take a week and a bit off social media and everything. And that's like, I wasn't even doing YouTube and stuff, but I just couldn't even be on social media. I just needed some time to literally just sit by myself and do nothing. I think it's just been a really interesting thing for me, because I don't generally suffer with any like mental health issues, but it was really interesting for me to have gone through a proper like low point. And I think it probably is getting to everyone a bit now. I just want you guys to know, like, everyone's going through that together, and if you want to talk about it like at all, then I'm always here to message, so I'm honestly free to do that. So anyways, going back a little bit, so I actually lost my job in April, and I had like 2 weeks where I just didn't have any motivation to do anything. I'm pretty sure I didn't really post on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I didn't get changed. Like, it was that sort of bad. Like, I just had lost any motivation to do anything because there was nothing to do. Like, I think I have some like uni work that I still need to do just before September, but when the deadline's in September, you just have no motivation to do it now. And I was just like, oh god, like, what am I doing with my life? So that's when I decided to set up my little tiny business, Violet Sky. I am actually selling these gorgeous little face masks. I'll be putting like a few pictures up and everything, but these are basically like fashionable but functional face masks that you can wear on public transport and while you're going shopping and everything. And they also come with matching scrunchies, and these scrunchies, like, I mean, honestly, they are so gorgeous. They are, oh, divine. Everything is handmade. I make everything myself. I've luckily got a sewing machine that it was originally my grand's, and now she's kindly let me use it. So everything is hand sewn to order. If you would like to, I don't know, order one, like, they're not super expensive. Face masks are £7.50. Scrunchies are £2.50, and you can buy a set for £10. Just let me know if you'd like any sets, and I can get those made up for you and sent over. I think, like, obviously face masks are quite crucial at the moment. I think it's a really, really good way to stop corona, but also for people to start like getting outside. It just makes everyone feel a bit safer, and it feels a bit more controlled. So when I started Violet Sky, I mean, I've just been keeping going with that. It's been a really, really great, almost like side hustle. It's been, you know, crazy, a bit busy at times, and then at the moment, like, I've got no orders. So, you know, it kind of goes up and down, but it just keeps me a little bit like with it and entertained. Another thing that I found really hard is being so far away from basically everyone. As I mentioned before, my mum and my sister moved house when I went to uni, and they actually moved further away from my home friends, which now puts me smack bang in between my uni friends and my home friends, because each way is basically like an hour to drive to anyone. I think I've just found it really hard, because like any time that I want to go and see my friends, it's just easily at least a half an hour drive, and that's before I've done it, like, even like scratched the surface. That's just like some of my friends. I mean, my best friend's literally like almost 2 hours away from me right now, which is a bit insane, and it kind of like gets to you a little bit, you know. And I think probably the combination of not being able to see my friends, not being able to see my boyfriend, or even like touch my boyfriend, like, that's just like insane. My mum is an essential worker. She works for the NHS, so I have actually been really, really trying to social distance as much as I can, and basically not go out unless it's essential. So I've really only been going out to go to the post office and stuff, which again hasn't helped the whole sort of dynamic of us all being in the house together and being on top of each other. But now things are starting to relax, and I think actually everyone is starting to relax now. I feel so much better now that I can, I went on like a social distance picnic with my boyfriend, and that was just so lovely. Just to be able to see him in person and be in a different setting, that was amazing. So yeah, so now all I've got to do is basically wait until I move into my new house in August, and that's my student house. So I'm going to be moving in there 1st of August, and I absolutely can't wait because I miss my girls so much. And then I've got uni starting pretty much like midway to the end of September, which will be amazing. A big part of my channel has been travel, and I've had 5 different holidays cancelled, which has been a real bummer for me because I absolutely love traveling and it really, really gets to me. So I think this is also something that I wanted to raise, was the fact that I think I'm going to be going more at the moment to more like fashion and student content. So I really, really want to be able to help as many like freshers and stuff as possible, just like with small things like managing your money or like what's freshers like and stuff like that. So, and you know, if you have any specific questions, then either like message me or like leave me a comment down below, because I'd really, really love to hear it from you guys and see what things you would like to ask a final year student. At the end of the day, I've been through uni now for 3 years. It's my final year. I'm very sad about that. I really just don't want to leave. It's been the best like period of time of my life. It's been insane, and I've got friends for life from uni. I love everyone so much. I've joined snow sports. I'm now on committee for snow sports for the upcoming year, obviously social media and merch. So I really can't wait to get back to, you know, getting back in the mix of it. Obviously freshers this year could be like very, very different. I am aware of that, but I would really like to be able to do some videos, I don't know, just like chatting to you guys, like trying to help you. And you never know, it could actually be a positive. It could be a really great thing for you to really bond with your flat and then have, say, freshers like a few months down the line, either in like November, December or January, you know? So, and I know it's going to start like student union not being open, but we will make it work and we will be positive about it, because that's what we gotta do. So yeah, for the moment I'm just gonna try and actually get my YouTube going again, trying to post on TikTok and Instagram. Like, it is actually quite like a lot of work and a lot of pressure that I put on myself, but I really, really love it, and I think like it's so worth it. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow me on TikTok and follow me on Instagram, and I will be uploading lots and lots of exciting content. I think I'm gonna try and make it more student based at the moment, just to try and help all of you starting uni in September. I know it's going to be a bit weird, but you're still a fresher and you're still going to have a sick time. Like, I already know it. It's going to be amazing. So keep going, everyone. Everyone is finding this incredibly tough, but know that we can all get through this together. I think it will really make us appreciate what we really truly value in our lives, and especially it's made me absolutely desperate to get back to uni for final year. I'm so excited. Like and subscribe, and I shall see you on my next video. Bye!